Hello! In the previous video, we covered pip and how to install packages. But if you are working on multiple projects, you might have run into a problem. Different projects requiring different versions of the same package. Today, we are going to solve this with Python virtual environments. You will learn what they are, how to create and use them, and how they actually work under the hood. Let's dive in. Imagine you are working on the two projects that both use the request package as a project dependency. Now you will have a dilemma. If you installed request package system-wide, you will have to use the same package version for both projects. But let's say your first project is in production state, and you have to stick with a specific package version. On the other hand, while building your second project, you want to use new features from the latest package release. Luckily, you can use virtual environments. Virtual environment is an isolated Python environment which allows you to manage dependencies separately. Starting from the version 3.3, Python provides built-in mechanism to create virtual environments, Venv model. Let's create virtual environment. To create virtual environment, you have to run Venv model specifying the path where virtual environment will be created. To be able to use specific virtual environment, you have to activate it first. Or, if you are using Windows, you should use activation script for Windows, also available in the virtual env folder. Now you can see the terminal prompt has changed, which means that you are working in the virtual environment. Package installation is exactly the same as without using virtual environment. But now the packages are isolated to the current virtual environment. Also, now it's much safer to use pip directly, since it's bound to the specific Python environment. Now it have much more sense to provide requirements.txt file with the project, since you can isolate packages for every project, and the installation process doesn't differ at all. Let's take the requirement file from the pip tutorial and install the packages listed. Now we can check installed packages in the virtual environment. Cool. To leave virtual environment, simply run deactivate command. Note that all the packages you installed in the virtual environment are still there, you just leave environment itself. And now we can check the packages list. You will see that there are no packages that we installed inside the virtual environment. So you can tell isolation is working. Okay, but what is the magic actually? Let's activate our virtual environment once again and see how it works. When we run Python or pip, what do we actually run? Let's check. As you can see, Python interpreter as well as pip are located inside our virtual environment. So every time you create virtual environment, you will get dedicated Python interpreter and package manager. Okay, but how does system knows that it should run the exact Python interpreter? Let's check the path variable. As you can tell, our virtual environment now is the first location where system will look for the executable. So, activating virtual environment will automatically update your path variable, adding virtual environment location on top. Okay, cool, but what about packages? Let's see. Here they are. All installed packages are stored inside virtual environment too. So that's how you can have different dependencies of different versions for your every project. Just create own virtual environment for every project. Obviously, you can remove virtual environment. You can simply remove the virtual environment folder and that's it. But don't forget to deactivate it first. And that's the virtual environments. Now you can know how to keep your project dependencies clean and isolated. In the next side quest, we will take a look into the version control systems and how they fit into the stuff we learned so far. Stay tuned. If you like this video, give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and see you next time. Ciao.